Hey subscribers and watchers, what's up? This is me, Vivs from SlideNerd here. In this video, we're gonna talk about Android with the help of some examples. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, so it's gonna be only examples in this video and the next. We are gonna talk about how to use intents to launch different stuff that exists inside your Android phones all the time. So for starters, we're gonna take launch map, launch market, and send email. Of course, there's gonna be a lot more options that I'm gonna keep adding here. So if you go to my activity underscore main.xml for this test project, which is Viv's intents test inside my Eclipse ADT, I've already created the layout here, which is nothing great, pretty simple. You go to your activity underscore main.xml. There's already 3 buttons, 1, 2, and 3. If you notice, each button has some ID, launch map, launch market, and of course there's button 1, which should be launch email or send email over here. They all have an on click attribute here, which is process, and the same thing process down here. So in my main activity.java, this method process is going to be called by each of those buttons when they are clicked. So inside this, let's try to write code that distinguishes which button was clicked by saying view.getID equals r.id launch map. So in each of these situations, I want to do something. Let's talk about the first one, which is launch map. Now what I need to do is launch the inbuilt map application on my phone. There may be one or more applications installed. The user needs to have total control of which application the Android activity is going to launch. So I'm going to create an intent object over here. I'm going to say intent equals to null. If you guys notice, the intent object is responsible for communication in Android between two activities or any two components which belong to Android over here. So the first thing that we need to do is initialize this intent object. Now in Android, there are ways you define what you want to do. For example, you want to open something, you want to send something, you want to view something. That kind of actions you define in Android. So one of them is something called action view. I'm going to go down here inside my launch map. I'm going to say intent equals to new intent. As you guys notice, there's a string action over here that is expecting me to give some string. So what string should I give over here? It's going to be android.content.intent.action underscore view over here. So this is the string which defines a standard action of viewing something. Now as I said, there's launch map over here. So what we want to do is when the user clicks on this button, we're going to launch the map with a particular coordinate. But which coordinate? That's the next question that you have, right? So we're gonna set the data. I'm gonna say intent dot set data. It's gonna be URI data. As you guys notice, a URI object over here. So we're gonna say URI dot parse, and we're gonna simply pass the string inside. Now this is a very special type of data. It's latitude and longitude that we want to view over here. So we use this geo over here to specify that we are gonna view something that contains geographical coordinates. So latitude first, which is 19.076, and the longitude, which is 72,877. That's all we need to do. And the next thing that we need to do is simply launch. I'm gonna say start activity with this given intent that I have in mind. That's all I need to do. So at this point, if I click select over here, click run at the top, I'm gonna be running this on my phone. However, you're gonna be seeing the output here with the help of this special tool that I have installed on my computer. So as you notice, there's our activity that got launched. When you click on launch map, it's gonna start the maps application inside my system with the given coordinates 19.076 and 72.877. However, there is one small problem with this piece of code. If you're running this on an emulator, most probably this will crash. At least it crashed for me. The reason is that there may not be an appropriate application that may handle this geo coordinates, that is the latitude and longitude. So one of the things that you can always do is to check whether there is actually an application that can handle this URI. So that can be done with something called chooser. Let me make that. I'm gonna say intent chooser equals to null. There's gonna be another intent object. Now instead of directly calling the intent, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say intent dot a static method create chooser. The target would be my intent object. The title would be, say, launch maps. I'm gonna assign this to chooser over here. So you guys are probably wondering what is going on. Now this create chooser is like saying this, that there is an intent object that wants to see the geographical coordinates. However, create a list from which the user can select which applications can handle these geographical coordinates, and the title of that dialog box which pops up should be launch maps. And then instead of starting the intent directly, you say chooser over here, and that's all you need to do. Now this is the fail proof way of doing things, because even if something is not found here, then your application will not crash. Again, if you select this, click run at the top, it's probably going to be the same thing again, because there is just one map application inside my phone. So there you go, we say launch map this time, and it directly launches the map application. This is because there's just one application inside my phone that can deal with maps. However, if there were more than one, then you would have a dialog that pops up and says select which activity to launch, and that title of that dialog will be this launch maps that you see here. Don't worry, when we talk about launch market, I will show you that dialog in action, because there I have 2 markets installed on my phone, and that should be pretty good to show you how this chooser works over here. So in this video, we took a look at the simplest thing that you can do as far as launching maps is concerned with intents. In the upcoming videos, we're going to talk about a lot of things: SMS, Bluetooth, email, and all the other beautiful things like camera, video, and stuff. In the meantime, if you like what you saw, please like this video, share this video, subscribe to our channel, and let us know your thoughts in the comment boxes below. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a nice day.